Basically, we're industrial school survivors. My mother, they said, could not look after me. If the state did not kidnap us from our mothers, bring us to court. In my case, I was 6 months old.
Wow.
I was made a criminal in court. But the reason that we are here, lads, is because we are holding the state completely responsible. The state want everybody to believe, oh, our hands are clean. It's the Catholic Church that done all this to you. It wasn't the Catholic Church.
Fáilte go baile clear. I'm outside the Dáil, which is the Irish House of Parliament, for a very strange situation. Hunger strike is historically we've had hunger strikes before in Ireland, but this is a different situation. I suppose it's still political, but I don't want to do an intro because I want these people to tell you exactly why they're here, so there's no misunderstanding. Words straight from the horse's mouth. So this is the hunger strike, day 36, I think I said. These are the hunger strikers. I'm waiting to hear what they're here for. So folks, I'm here with Maurice O'Connell. He's at the, well, basically it's a hunger strike.
We're at the back of the tent of the hunger strike.
At the moment.
Out between the agricultural building and the back of the building of the Dáil.
So tell us, Maurice, for people who don't know, let me get you here.
Well, go on, yeah.
So what's going on and why you're here? So for people who don't know, what is going on and why you're here?
Right, basically we're industrial school survivors. In 1999, Bertie Ahern made an apology at the steps of the Dáil, and he promised us lifetime commitment until the day we died. He got a report done by Justice Ryan. Justice Ryan recommended that we get the HA card and the contributory pension.
Do you want to explain what the HA card is?
The HA card is just basically private medical insurance, whereas you don't have to wait for a consultant. It's like VHI or whatever private healthcare companies that are out there. And that's all we're looking for. And then we're looking for the contributory pension for survivors that were sexually, physically, and because of the abuse inflicted on them by the Catholic Church. Now, the only difference between a non-contributory pension and a contributory pension is €30. That's all it is.
It's ridiculous, right?
Now, there's only 4,000 survivors left in Ireland, and most of them did work. So you're talking about maybe 2,500 survivors that just need the contributory pension. Now, €30 mightn't seem a lot to a lot of people, but to us, it's the difference between a bag of coal and keeping the heating on for our families. And this is why we're here. Now, in successive governments, they have failed consistently to keep the promises of that Bertie Ahern made in 1999. They set up a Carranua fund, which is a statutory fund it's called, but also known as Carranua. They put 110 million into that account from the religious orders, not from the state, but from the religious orders. Now remember, the religious orders gave them 410 million to start with, as part of an apology for the abuse that we suffered. The government made a 50-50 deal with the religious orders that 300 million of that money goes into the Children's Hospital here in Dublin.
Right.
Now, as you know, 300 million is a lot of money, and it could have finished everything for survivors. We wouldn't be here today. Now, don't get me wrong, look, we don't begrudge the 300 million to the hospital, but we are the first cohort here to hold the state completely responsible for what they did to us.
And who's been out to you and what have they said?
Norma Foley was here about 20 minutes ago.
Right.
And she is the cause of this problem that we have today.
Okay.
Because we were going to go on hunger strike in 2019. But Norma Foley said that she would set up the consultation talks with survivors, led by survivors. So we had 8 from England, and we had 10 from Ireland. So we put 29 recommendations to Norma Foley. Now, 2 of those were the contributory pension and the HAA card. She ignored the 29 recommendations that we put in, gave us 2 advocacy services, which we do not need. One was Patricia Carey. She's getting 110,000 a year, plus 25,000 expenses. Now you have Sage, which got 1.7 million so far, and they have done nothing for survivors. So nothing at all. So they ring the likes of me and Mary D for advice, to get in contact with the Kerry County Council or the Dublin County Council to get their phone numbers, that the way he can contact them. Now this man was a Dublin County Councillor for 20 years.
What's his name again?
Damien Farrell.
Oh yeah.
So people above in Dublin should know him. So he's in charge of us, and he's absolutely done nothing for us so far. But the reason that we are here, lads, is because we are holding the state completely responsible. The state want everybody to believe, oh, our hands are clean. It's the Catholic Church that done all this to you. It wasn't the Catholic Church. If the state did not kidnap us from our mothers, bring us to court. In my case, I was 6 months old.
Wow.
I was made a criminal in court.
Oh, I remember you telling me this.
Yeah.
Explain that a bit more.
Well, basically, what happened is that my mother, they said, could not look after me. So they took me off my mother through a court order. They brought me to court at 6 months old. And my detention order now, it's not that I was put in there voluntarily. They actually gave me a detention order from 6 months to 16 years. I was sentenced into an industrial school, whereas I was sexually abused, physically abused, mentally abused, as well as starvation and beatings. Now, the state likes to think that it was not them that done it. It was them. And they are the ones responsible for our plight today. So the only option we had after 26 years of fighting is to put our bodies on the line. And this is exactly what we're doing for 4,000 survivors in Ireland.
Fair play.
We're putting our bodies on the line because we never had a voice, but now we do have a voice. The people that have come out to us so far is Michael Cahill, TD in Kerry. He's been a Trojan worker for us from the start. Michael Healy-Ray, he's catching up to Michael Cahill. He's been very good. He done a great interview today on Radio Kerry. Norma Foley has come to us twice. She was like a nodding donkey. But again, she was the cause of all this. So, very disappointed in Sinn Féin that Pierce Doherty or any of the leaders wouldn't come out. The Labour leader passed us by and went to the Gaza protest and spoke there. Never came to us. All the TDs and ministers of the government actually avoid us. They cross the street and they go up by Kildare Street there and go into the agricultural office and go all the way around to the Dáil before they'd have to deal with us.
Right.
So that's the government for us today.
Tell us a bit more about your the hunger strike. How long? Many 39 days?
We're 39 days into the hunger strike now and 39 days sleeping out.
How is it? It's freezing at night.
Well, it's not, because I'll tell you, I am actually shocked and amazed at the Dublin people.
The
is that they, I mean, like it gives you, it lifts your heart to see the generosity that they have done for us here. People have come, they've given us gloves, they've given us hats, they've given us pillows, they've given us water, coffee, you name it. We were so inundated with people in Dublin trying to help us.
Fabulous.
That we had to give a lot of it away back to the Simon community and to the homeless people. And we'd also like to thank Sergeant Brendan, Sergeant Steve. They have been absolutely fantastic to us.
There was another one as well you mentioned. Was it Brennan? Steve? You said Steve?
Sergeant Steve, yeah.
Was there another one as well that you mentioned?
No, Sergeant Brendan.
Brendan and Steve.
Brendan and Steve.
Yeah, okay.
The two of them are sergeants here in the Dáil, and they've been bringing us water anytime we need it.
Lovely.
They have protected our tent here from a couple of undesirables, and they told them that we were under guard and protection. So I mean, like, and the other thing, the Order of Malta, lads. You could not fault the Order of Malta. Now remember, these people have their own jobs by day, but they come out by night in the ambulance here. Emily, big shout out to her, big shout out to John of the Order of Malta. They do a full day's work, and they come out here, they take our bloods, they take our sugar levels, and they help us in any way they can. And they make sure that we don't go downhill any faster than we are now. And they're not getting any credit for it by the government.
How long do you think you can keep on, or what is the end? You know, do you plan to go on forever, or like what is your?
Well, you see, I can't answer that question, because the only one that can answer that question is the government themselves. How long are they willing to let us out here? Like, I go home in the morning, if we got the HA card and we got the contributory pension, I'd be glad.
That's all you want?
To go home. That's all we want.
Okie doke. And anything that people can help you with, other than, you said you're getting help with the Knights of Malta, you said you're getting help with all these various, is there anything that people could drop you here, or would you like them to just drop in and say hello?
Drop in, say hello, bring a cappuccino, email every TD, every government, but lads, I must emphasise this, right? Can you please ring RTE and Liveline? Because we've rang Liveline 4 or 5 times, and they've told us we are not a public interest story. They will not cover it because they're state run.
So you want people to push News Talk to take your case on board?
Liveline.
News
Talk has already covered it in drive time.
Okay.
But we'd like them to cover it again. We'd like RTE to cover it, Virgin Media, but there's a total blank on the hunger strike by all the paid media. We were told by RTE, by a cameraman, that the only way that RTE will cover us if one of us falls down in a medical emergency and carried away in an ambulance. That's the only way RTE will cover us. This is what we were told. Liveline are telling us it's not a public interest story. Maybe it's not a public interest story to them, but for the 4,000 survivors that are not capable of fighting for themselves, they need our voices heard. Now, if Joe Duffy was still on Liveline, God knows he would definitely cover this.
I'd say he would.
He would, but the ones that are there now at the moment will not cover it.
Okay, well look, Morris, I'll be back to you during the week. Hopefully people will take on board what you're saying, help you how you can, and maybe we'll get more eyes on your story.
Perfect stuff. Thank you very much.
I was with you yesterday. No doubt it'll be down to you numerous days, because I'm keeping a close eye on it, and I'm very concerned about you. So thank you very much for your time. No doubt you'll see me soon.
No, I just want to tell him that. Remember, lads, I was over 20 stone when I came here. I'm down to under 16 and a half now.
That's a lot of loss.
And that's in 39 days.
Well, let's hope it doesn't go much further before it's sorted out.
Exactly, and I'm hoping so.
Thanks a million.
You're more than welcome, buddy.
Okay, so they're the people who are hunger striking. 38 days, hope they're not there much longer. I do feel for them. It's freezing cold, they're staying there at night. They're getting a lot of help from the police. Garda Brennan was mentioned. And there's another guard, I can't think of his name, but they've had the visits from McEntee, etc., as they've said. I really hope something happens on this occasion. I really, really do. Because these are the kind of things that have been overlooked in Ireland, totally overlooked. Thank you for your time, Gura Mahalgut, August Anish.